Hey guys! Today has been just a dreary day. It's been raining all day long. I live in Missouri. Missouri weather is absolutely crazy. I mean, if you live here, you know what I'm talking about. Yesterday it was 70 and it was gorgeous. Yeah, 70 in January, I know. Today it's just rained all day and it's just been like nonstop and it was awful and I forgot my umbrella. And then tomorrow it's supposed to snow. It's supposed to be like 30 and it's gonna be really cold. It's just craziness. But today we are talking about The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Chbosky. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. And I was super excited to read this because I had heard really good things about this book. In fact, I even heard some people say that it was their favorite book. And I knew they'd made a movie, so I'm excited to watch that. I haven't watched it yet though. So going into this book, I was excited. I was led to believe it was kind of just a light read. I just got finished reading Cassandra Clare's first 3 books, and I didn't know which book to read next. I had time to read, and so I picked up this book. I was excited to read it. It was short, and then I could move on to the rest of Cassandra Clare's books. So I was led to believe that this was kind of a light read, and it was, just like one afternoon or something. You could just kind of pick it up, and it was just the story about a boy in high school. I don't agree with that. I think it's much more than that. For those of you who have not read this book, it is about Charlie, who is 15 years old, and he's going into his freshman year of high school. He's nervous, like most of us. He goes through a lot. It's basically just the story of his life as a freshman, the people he meets. He is a wallflower, so even though he doesn't always participate in tons of activities, he's always around them, and he's watching them and observing them and taking them in, and there's a lot of issues going on with his family and his friends, and I was warned going into this book that there would be, high school parties and, involving alcohol and drugs and sex and stuff like that. So I knew going into it that would be involved. So I really liked this book. On Goodreads, I believe I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I really fell in love with the main character, Charlie. He's just such a great guy. I just really liked him. He's so honest and innocent and so nice, and he just notices things that some people don't. He's a wallflower. He just observes. The ending was very oh my gosh, and it just really gave me a heavy heart. It was sad. So don't be fooled. I do recommend it. It was good. I do want to reread it again, and I'm really looking forward to watching the movie. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say. It's a short book, and it's just good. It's just really good. So go read it if you haven't read it, and then come back and we'll discuss. And the rest of us are going to discuss this book in detail. Mainly, I just want to discuss the ending. I already said I really love Charlie. I mean, at first I wasn't finding myself relating to him very well. Maybe it's just because he was a 15-year-old boy and I just didn't find myself, I don't know, it's like the first, few pages or so, I just kind of was, it just seemed kind of choppy. As it went on, I found myself getting more and more involved. I really wanted to know where his life would take him, sort of, and what he would end up doing. I really like how he started to participate. I love, the friends he made and the adventures he went on, so to speak. He just went through a lot, and I think a lot more than a 15-year-old should. He was just so honest and innocent, and I love how there were so many good quotes in this book. We accept the love we think we deserve. There was a part with him and his sister, and she told him, I hate you. And he's like, I love you. Kill him with kindness. I just love how, and then she's like, you're a freak or something like that. And he's like, I'm not trying to be. I mean, he's just so honest. One of my favorite parts of everything he said, though, was when he was talking about his birthday. And he said something about how everyone only gets him a gift on his birthday, and how his mother was there too, and how she should get a gift on his birthday too. I just thought that was so sweet. I never heard anyone say that, and it's true. She was there too. Why doesn't she get something? I was concerned for him. He was having these anxiety attacks, and he was seeing a psychiatrist, and he just seemed, I thought he was just going there for depression because of his Aunt Helen that died and because of his friend that had committed suicide, but I just really to me, it felt like there was something more. To me, it just felt like we were missing something. I felt like there was something else going on with him, but I couldn't really explain why I felt like that. And going through, I found myself really felt like there was something else. And we get to the end, and I just was so shocked. I actually reread the last, few pages. I could not believe that Charlie had been sexually abused as a child. I know Charlie is not real, but there are Charlies out there that have been sexually abused, and it just gave me such a heavy heart. And I told you, I love Charlie, and to know what he had been through, just the chain of the man that had molested Aunt Helen, how he had been molested, and then Aunt Helen had been molested by that man who was a close, I think, a friend of the family or something. And then to find out that Charlie had been sexually abused by her when they were watching, it said like on TV, I think on Saturdays, and how like she hadn't done anything with, you know, his older brother and sister, and he was in the hospital, and his mom and dad were just so upset and shocked, and oh my gosh, it was just, oh, and it just really makes my heart ache for them, and I just couldn't believe it. And I actually finished the book, and I ended up getting on Goodreads, and I got on this discussion board about the perks of being a wallflower, and I found one that was talking about this subject at the end, and I was so confused because so many people were posting, wait, what do you mean? Wait, what are you talking about? Charlie was abused? Wait, where did this happen in the book? I had to reread it. Wow, I didn't notice that part. I'm gonna have to reread that part, and I never noticed that. What do you mean he was abused? How did you miss that? Now, I can understand sometimes you start reading so quickly, there are some details that you don't pick up on, and I guess the author did kind of just, he never actually said, you know, Charlie was abused, but it was very obvious what he was talking about. I felt like there was something more, and I was right. I had no idea it was something like that. And it makes sense now. I think he might have even been suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder and he was having like those panic attacks, and he was talking about like how he remembered it being like almost just like a bad dream, and it was just like he was kind of repressing it, and he's not really coming to terms with it, and then all of a sudden he like realized like that wasn't a dream. And I love the part though when he starts talking about like how the alcoholic, and how like the two sons, and how like one son became an alcoholic and the other son like never drank anything and became like a successful businessman, and how it's like a choice, and how you can stop the chain, and like Charlie can stop the chain. So the ending was powerful, and it really again made my heart ache. And I remember laying in bed and just thinking about this book, and just, and then the next day I thought about this book. I finally did continue on to Clockwork Angel, so I am now actually reading this. I do recommend this. I did give it 5 out of 5 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of it. I think a lot of people did like this book. Let me know if you caught that part, because like I said, a lot of people on Goodreads did not. So I'm interested to know if you all caught that. Let me know if you saw the movie and if you liked the movie or not. Let me know if you loved Charlie as much as I did, or what some of your favorite parts were of the book, or anything like that. Let's just discuss it. Alright, so that's it for the book review. Before I go, I wanted to say that I'm so excited. Thank you all for everything, for watching my videos, for, you know, mostly for discussing with me and interacting with me, and that's what I want to do, is I want to talk about books. I don't want to just post a video and you all watch it and then leave. I want to talk about it. I want to discuss. So thank you to everyone that's been doing that. I reached 500 subscribers this past weekend, and that's so nice. That's so awesome. You guys are fantastic, and I just really love talking to you about books. I actually just decided that I've been wanting to do like a little questionnaire. I'm going to do a Q&A video. If you want me to do one and you want to ask me questions, you could tweet me, and my name is this. It's priceiswong, or you could leave a comment below. But just be creative. Just like anything you've ever wanted to ask me, anything that you're curious about, but like maybe you didn't ask, I'm going to pick the best, most creative question. Jessica, have you rode a camel? Can you, wiggle your ears? It doesn't have to be about books. It can be, because books are a big part of my life, but it doesn't have to be. So just post your questions and I will answer them. It'd be really sad if you don't ask any questions. So I'm sure you can think of something. Okay? I will see you guys soon. I hope you're having a great day. Bye guys. Bye.